Hi guys, welcome back to the UCLA podcast. My name is Judy.
And I'm Simon.
I'm Lillian.
I'm Kenny, and this is Spill
Spill
the
Spill
the
the
tea.
tea.
So unfortunately, Winnie isn't here with us today, but we have another very special guest. Let's give a round of applause.
Woo! We got Lillian.
Hello,
Lillian, do you want to
hello.
give us a short intro?
Oh, hi, I'm Lillian, and I'm the VP of Graphics, and I'm a junior in Baruch with all these amazing people. And yeah,
Oh,
Happy New Year to
Happy
everyone.
New
Happy New
Year.
Happy New
Year.
Year,
Yeah, it's a new
everyone.
year.
Actually, starting off with the topic of New Year. Do you guys have any thoughts as we begin this new year?
I'm glad I didn't hear as many. I haven't seen you since last year, or I haven't taken a shower since last year. Jokes, you know what I mean?
But if you think about it, it's literally been a year since some people
Yeah.
have seen each
That's
other.
what they. That's what they say after you're like, shut up, like
But now this year it's for real. It's like I actually haven't seen you in a year.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, haven't seen some of you
Yeah.
guys since like March, Judy. Haven't seen you like forever.
I
Yeah.
feel like
We
I
might
haven't seen
approach
any.
that 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, that's a big
It's so-
fact.
What were you gonna say, Lillian?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I feel like I haven't seen everyone in forever. It's like I'm missing this human connection with everyone, and it's just not the same.
It really isn't. But
Yeah.
we're trying our best to keep everyone connected with our online events and our podcast. But speaking of the new year, do you guys do New Year's resolutions? Or are you guys not into that?
I do a little bit because I bullet journal sometimes. So it just like comes
Oh,
naturally. So like every year I just like do a spreadsheet of some things I look forward to, like hopefully
a
achieving. Yeah.
spreadsheet.
Not like a spreadsheet, but like just a random like brain dump of everything I want to do this upcoming year. It's really basic. It's kind of like, oh, like drinking more water or like being more healthy, choosing better, like being more confident in other stuff is something for me too. But like I don't know if you guys do it too, but like it's just something that I don't know, like something I always do.
I feel like it's good to like set goals for yourself. That way you motivate yourself to work towards something. Definitely, even though if it's like a simple thing, it's like a something that's definitely important and people like overshadow like drinking water. But a lot of times people don't complete their New Year's resolution because it's not realistic. And it's like they're giving them such a short amount of time. I was gonna ask like, is this goal for like the whole year? But like something like growing your confidence isn't something like, oh, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. You know what I mean? It takes time to build up, but I feel like you also have to set realistic goals. This year, like definitely want to get in shape more, but like the pandemic going on and having us trapped inside, I don't know if it's an excuse to gain the weight, stay indoors, but definitely I want to like exercise more, go out more, although we shouldn't. Although with the spikes, I'm a little bit worried. But Kenny, you have any goals?
I don't like setting goals because like you look back at it and like I didn't complete it, and like for me it's like
Feel like a failure?
yeah, if I'm gonna set a
I feel
goal, it's
you.
like why didn't I do this goal like last month or like 2 weeks ago? It's like why wait
Hmm.
for the new year to set goals? You know?
So it's just
Mm,
like a celebration day for you
I
for a new
guess.
year. You made it to a new
Oh
year,
yeah,
and
yeah, I
then
made it to a new year. It's a celebration. So
yeah,
setting goals.
people are people were so negative, and they were like, "Oh, it ain't nothing to be happy about." I was optimistic. I'm like, "We made it, guys! Like we're still here. We're breathing."
Yeah, man. I don't think anything can be worse than 2020, hopefully.
Oh, don't say that, Lillian. Don't say
Whoa.
that,
Wait,
Lillian.
hold on. Wait, we
Hopefully
started
not.
off on a bad note, kind of.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about what Kenny said. Like if you don't have expectations, you can't be disciplined. But for me
Wait,
personally,
it's like that meme.
like this year, I actually chose not to set any goals compared to previous years because I wanted to be a little more like free spirited and just not as like disciplined. Well, being disciplined is good, but I feel like previously I was too disciplined in my approach. Yeah, I think more so than anything else, when I set goals, it has more to do with like, emotional health, mental health, and just like who I am as a person versus accomplishments per se.
If 2020 taught us anything, is like roll with the punches. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You can't really be, be really narrow-minded and focused. Like if something hits you, you have to like adapt and roll with it. But you were gonna say something, Lillian?
I was just gonna say, like, you just gotta be like easier on yourself. It's definitely not like something I'm super strict on myself. It's just like a reminder for me, I guess, And it's also like things are different now. It's not the same as it was before. So you have to be more lenient on everything you set yourself up for, and also like your expectations, especially. It's okay to not like be able to achieve everything, but as long as you're like working towards it, or like you have it in mind, I feel like it's still like a better place to be in than like not at all. But that's like my opinion.
Yeah, definitely agree.
That's a good opinion.
Yeah.
Judy, you were saying like starting off the year though. I don't think I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we starting off the year nicely with the rush on the
That is very
Capitol.
true.
Do you
Yeah, let's
wanna?
talk about that. Let's touch
Yeah,
on
let's
that.
talk about that.
How they make it past the stairs?
How they made it. Dude, there was a meme was like, oh, me and the boys raiding Area 51 after seeing how easy it
Yeah,
was to raid the
I did
Capitol.
too.
Like,
That's actually
how did
ridiculous.
they? Yeah. What are your
First
guys'
of all, it's
thoughts?
just ironic. It's ironic because I remember during the election, there was this anticipation that if there was going to be any rioting or any protesting, it was going to be done by, Biden supporters, Democrats, liberals, whatever.
The
I heard that
And
activists.
then they
too.
were like, oh, yeah, we're not going to be protesting. Like, we don't do that. We don't condone violence. And then, the day comes, January 6th comes, and they're acting like fools, climbing walls.
And
It's
you think
just,
if they can't do that, you think I'm sorry, but the Mexicans can do that too. You know what I mean? Trump, your wall is not. You know how like we still haven't seen a wall since he came into office, which is a good thing. But like Trump, he really has been showing like how he's been like going downhill and try to scrunch up as much as he can at his last few weeks, which is what 12 more days. 12 more days. Sorry, that was my little Biden, but yeah, it's just I feel like all of the criticisms out there, it would have been a lot different if there was a peaceful protest, like if it was like another side, you know what I mean, of not like the Trump supporters. I can't remember like which side's left, which one's right. I can't remember.
If you're Republican, you're right. Liberal, you're left.
yes, that's a good way to think
Yeah.
about it.
That's a little bit like like you're a Democrat, you're a left instead of the right. Like you're okay, messing with my head a little, but yeah, if there was
Left
like
and
a
right.
leftist party, like they're like you know how like the peaceful protest was squashed by like the National Guards, but then now you have all the rioters, pro-Trump
Exactly.
supporters, and they're not met with guards; they're
They
met with
had
police instead.
weapons too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was-
I
Mhm.
It
saw
was
that.
not peaceful.
yeah, that was just all out
Anything.
shenanigans.
Anything but I definitely saw what Judy was talking about all over the news though, like about how they said they weren't, but turns out they're all there and doing what they do, but it's just
And wearing
crazy
the
times.
mask.
Yeah.
But you don't expect Trump supporters to have masks, though. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I'm not surprised.
I was looking at pictures like the Confederate flag has never been inside the Capitol until today. It's like, yo, that when I saw that, I was like, damn, that hit hard.
What I want to understand is what exactly are they trying to protest? Because, like in terms of like Black Lives Matter and stuff, because, there's been a comparison. I feel as though they were trying to actually protest for a valid cause. But in this case, like, what are you protesting? Like
They're
electoral college
protesting.
votes that like
And
that are
exactly.
legal? Like what exactly is the heat about? I just don't understand the perspective.
It's just Trump supporting them, saying like it's fraudulent votes, and the election was rigged. So the Congress tried to like verify like officially Biden won, but there was someone who went in and was shouting like, oh, Trump won the election, Trump won the election. So they try to dispute the election result. But like rushing the Congress, the building, like it doesn't do anything. Do you know what I mean? It just shows how much of a fool Trump supporters are at the end of the day. Because you can easily, at the end of the day, like military's gonna go in there and everything's gonna be shut down. So I don't know if the effects is as. Would you guys think it's as strong as if it was to be peaceful?
No.
I wouldn't either.
Hypothetically, if it was peaceful, like what result do you guys think would come from that?
Nothing.
Definitely, it would not
nothing.
get this much
Nothing.
attention.
I mean, I don't doubt that there wouldn't be attention. Does that make sense? I don't doubt that there wouldn't be attention, but
Mhm.
it just wouldn't be as like hectic as it is
Now.
as it was before. Yeah.
Mhm. And I think there was actually people who died from it. Like
Yeah.
4 people who died, and like officers were injured. And
I
stuff
heard
like
one
that, but-
person accidentally tasered themselves and died of a heart attack.
What?
Sounds terrible.
Like, how do you raid a
Lillian's
building and be like, I'm gonna taser you, and you accidentally taser yourself?
It's like a video game or something. But yeah, we see things as like so far away, and we don't see it like happening in front of our eyes. But I definitely feel like I feel like it's a good thing because it brings awareness of like how fragile our government can be. I don't know. They're getting crazy out there. People are crazy out there. So I'm a little bit scared.
Yeah, exactly. I think allowing people to understand, like, less so, oh, like, look at what America has come to, but it's actually rather like, look at what America has always been. It's like a really,
It's like
it's a
show,
word somber.
is it like how we are the people, like we can make some kind of a change? I mean, that's how I see it. Especially with like the Black Lives Matter movement, like it shows us coming together and like representing our power as like Americans, which is good. But you know, like sometimes you just got to see the good from the bad, and show our support where it matters.
But with the thing with what you said about like unity, Lillian, like the bad side, the evil side, they can do the same thing, like rally there under their own cause, and that's just like so dangerous of like Trump's ideas and what he's uniting out this hatred. That's what I like extremely stands against. But I think after he's like out of office, yeah, I don't know if he can pardon himself and protect himself, but I feel like he should face some legal repercussions.
He's off of Twitter now. Twitter got rid of him.
Oh, did
They
y'all heard?
banned him.
Mhm.
Yo, the Twitter banned him, and I was like, about time.
About
Like,
time.
but
'Cause
yeah,
he's not the first president to use social media, but I think like
George Washington using
his
social
use.
media.
It's like,
But
hold on,
wouldn't
let
you
me put a
say-
tweet. Sorry.
It's on a pigeon.
But wouldn't you say like Trump's use of social media during his presidency was just so apparent, like too apparent?
Hmm.
Like his tweets just really became news constantly. It's just like you should be a lot more cautious about what's coming out of your mouth, especially if you're representing an entire country.
He was
Right.
tweeting at like 3 a.m. in the morning. It's like, what? He's like having like one of those 2 a.m. thoughts. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tweet this.
Like won the
Should you?
presidency.
How many color of corn are there? Just honestly, I don't know. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
such an odd visual, like
Hmm.
a president on. I don't know why. It's just funny to think about.
I just can't wait for him to be out of office. I'm gonna just be honest. You know, no matter whatever the Trump supporters are going on, I know it's like it's sad, but I just can't wait. 12 more days. 12 more days. Yeah. I want to move on from this topic of talking about
All right, yeah,
politics.
we're gonna move away from this topic and we're gonna go back in time for a second. We're gonna talk about 2020, although I'm sure we're pretty tired of talking about 2020.
2020.
But because we are
You're
moving
making us
into
look back at the
2021, because we are moving into 2021, what reflections do you guys have about 2020 in terms of like your personal growth in your friendships? Like how has the pandemic tested your friendships, your relationships, your academic progress, your work?
Siren, what's up?
Uncle Ross! Sad.
Yeah. How have you
Yo,
grown as a person?
I feel like with the pandemic, I lost out on my like prime years, like where you're supposed to like be like a kid, you know? Because like I turned 21 and during the pandemic, and like I'm entering my last year of college in the pandemic. So like when the pandemic ends, I will have graduated college, right? Had
Sorry.
time to start a job search. Is like what happened, you know? I feel like 20, yeah. You know,
Wait, the whole time
It's like,
like,
yeah, he gave
you
up.
know,
He didn't even finish the.
So 20. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Hi.
That it is what it is. That's
Yeah.
so 2020.
You guys pick up one point down. You're
Yeah.
21. I'm going like, yeah.
It's a
Lost
hard
for
sigh.
words.
Hard Korean sigh.
Me? Well, thankfully, I'm not going into my last year of college. I'm just going to my second. So it doesn't-
Okay, whatever.
We just starting off, girl. We just starting off.
So it does suck, but it doesn't feel as drastic of a loss. although still, like, I mean, not everyone goes to college for 4 years, but like a lot of us do aim for that. And it's not a very long time. So just one whole year or a year and a half being taken away is really disappointing. And but on another note, I do feel like the pandemic has like allowed me to reevaluate a lot of things. Like, do you guys feel as though the pandemic has made you rethink like your friendship or just like see who's really real with you and rock steady with you?
Yeah, I totally
Silent
felt that.
face.
No, no, I get that, but like it's like it shows who's there for you when even if you don't see them. Like it's easy to get lost in the sauce. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Lost in the sauce. In the sauce.
But like, you know, when you're surrounded by like on campus people, like in Baruch, I remember always like hanging out with people in the club room every single day, and every day felt like really fun and stuff. But like right now, I feel like it's also the time where like the friends who care about you the most, they reach out to you, and or you reach out to them, you know, and you kind of see who your true friends are. And also those who would stick by you when you really need them. And yeah, like I totally get what you're saying. For me it's kind of like a weird phase because, you know, I'm a junior, so like I should be there's like a track that everyone should be following or is expected to follow, and it's kind of hard to get out of that mindset of, oh, you need to find an internship now and like ace all your classes, and like while you're finding your internship you're also doing other stuff on your own. But like during the pandemic I've definitely like felt like rock bottom because I'm not like following the path that is expected to be followed. But you just gotta like remind yourself that this is something new and this is something that's never happened well in our lives, right? So you should give yourself like a little leniency on how you're doing, and just a little more self-care, and like just self-assurance that it'll be okay and you can definitely move on from this. What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Like
That was much better than my
This is-
explanation.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I give up.
No, I've had a lot of thought on it, but yeah, some people are going through tougher times than we are, or like some people are being irresponsible, but you just gotta know like you're doing your best, you know.
What Lillian said. She perfectly translated what I meant when I said, yeah.
Kenny's gonna know. So Kenny, you take notes for when you graduate, so you don't put that much pressure on yourself out there.
Yes.
Kenny, what would you think your life would be like after you graduate? So yeah,
You really put him on the
just
spot.
sussing him out this whole night.
Yeah. Yo, my life was gonna be so dry when I graduate. Cause like
Yeah.
I'm working 40 hours, right? At work. When I get home, I knock out like at 10 o'clock. It's almost my bedtime, guys. It's 9:30 right now. I'm supposed to be.
We better wrap this up.
Right. We can't be telling them the time.
Oh, we can't? All right.
No, I don't know. We
knocked out.
I'm supposed to be knocked
9
out.
a.m. knocked out.
Oh, hold on. I wanna say Kenny Cap, because you messaged us at like 5 a.m. one time or 3
Yeah.
a.m. one
He
time.
was waking up.
I was
bro.
waking
He
up. It
waking
was
up.
morning.
What?
If you go
You
sleep
waking
at
up
10,
for the 10?
if you go sleep at 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 hours.
That's 7 hours of sleep.
He had to count it.
He's like 1, 2, 3.
He was demonstrating to you.
That's 7 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you're good.
I've been
5
waking up
o'clock.
mad early, like 4 or 5, because I've been going to
Yo.
sleep early.
That's crazy.
It's actually a good thing. I should go to sleep early after this too. I agree, definitely. Like, similar to what you said earlier and what Lillian said. Like, we definitely had to restructure things and not like we can't do this things the same way, and we can't be hard on ourselves, and like it will really take a toll on our like we had to look after our mental health first and foremost. Because we still have to look for opportunities out there. Life still goes on, even though the pandemic's going on. But we still have to like ensure that we're good at home, especially we're not able to interact with our friends. We're not able to commute and have a lifestyle that we used to have. We have to make sure that we're physically and mentally good at home. I feel like having a whole year being cooped up, and especially the New Year's and Christmas rolling by, it's been definitely very, very boring and repetitive just being at home. And sometimes I feel like I need a job. That way I can go out and have a purpose. But just being at home and being boring and just you know, like I don't know what to do sometimes, and I kind of, to be honest, like looking forward to next year because we have the vaccine coming out. We got the vaccine. Let's go.
Let's
Sorry,
go.
I was just hyped over that, and I'm very optimistic for 2020. But if anything, like not 2020, 2021.
2020.
2021 only made us tougher, and I feel like yeah, there's still a lot of things that needs to be done.
Judy, did you catch that?
Yeah.
What did I say?
It's like the
Is it?
2020 and the 2021.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said that's why I caught myself afterwards. I'm like, did I say 2020? I meant 2021.
Nah, you didn't catch yourself the second time. You said
Yeah,
I
he said
didn't?
2021.
God
2020
I
makes
said
you
it twice.
stronger.
You guys, this is three of Kenny didn't say anything, but these two be the type of friends who have like vegetable in teeth, and they'll just laugh at you. They won't even tell you. They'll just
No,
laugh
I
at you.
said it.
No, they said it. I will be the type to see it and not say anything.
Yeah, hey, Simon, come here for a selfie real
Take a
quick.
picture.
Like, yeah.
Hey, yo, come over.
In connection to Simon's thought, like what you said about being cooped up, I feel so on the reverse. It kind of like 2020 actually, I'm sure it made a lot of us appreciate the bare minimum a lot more. Like just having your family be safe. Like Kenny's face. Just like your family, your friends being safe. Remember in the beginning when everyone was hunting for like toilet paper and stocking up on groceries?
Oh
like,
yeah,
like just like my fridge or my pantry is like stocked and I have toilet paper to use or I have a home to come to. Those little things that we often overlook because we're so caught up in our busy lifestyles, we're kind of put in a position where we're forced to confront that. So I think that was like a good aspect of self-growth that I'm sure a lot of us experience.
I also miss like going out to eat with friends. That's
Oh
something
yeah.
that
Oh my
is
god.
like I see like memories on like my phone and I'm just like, damn, was
Where
this my last
Snapchat be
meal?
reminding you memories. Like, I don't need you to remind me of my life 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think eating out was something so like something like you didn't think that was like so like precious to you until like after you lose it. Cause I definitely
Mhm.
miss like I don't know, spending that lazy Susan around and like grabbing some food with my cousins or like my friends and it's, or going out for dim sum or hot pot or something like that. Like it's so it feels nostalgic and it feels like it shouldn't be nostalgic, especially right now. But like you know the pandemic.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's the reason why the spike isn't going down because like every single time we were doing good and spike goes down, oh, we enable outdoor dining and people go out again and then we eat and together and like when we eat together, you can't eat with a mask on. You know what I mean? You have to take it off. And do you see how ridiculous the like especially when I was cold, how the outdoor dinings have became? It's just a outdoor indoor dining. You know what I mean? They're building a smaller outdoor dining area. So like that's kind of BS. But every single time the spike goes down, we go out and we have fun again and it goes up. So I kind of feel like just so we can have a summer, let's not go out at all. Let's just have a strict 4 months, you know, and that way we have a summer. Cause else we'll never get out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we'll never get out. We're just waiting for a vaccine.
Meanwhile, all the countries are thriving.
I know.
I saw
All the
this
Asian
meme.
country being
Yeah, I saw this meme. It's like us in quarantine is like the class next door having a pizza party.
Oh my god.
And you're just like,
We're the misbehaving class.
yeah.
Yeah, like especially with New Year's, it was really funny seeing those like those floaty people in at Times Square. I don't know if you guys watched it live,
Oh, I didn't
but
see it.
what were the air
The floaty people? Yeah, I was about to say, like, is it a car wash?
Yeah, Planet Fitness like
wash.
sponsors so many things, and it was like just like those car wash people like floating around like all of Times
I gotta
Square.
see this. This is
Yeah, and then we see New Zealand or whatever like having a beautiful
party.
Yeah, like everyone's like having the time of their lives.
New Zealand has one is going off. Like I think they've been affected the least. Like
I know
I've seen like
Taiwan.
Taiwan definitely for sure.
Why can't we get together?
We don't listen. We don't listen. Yeah.
Judy, how do you feel about it? I guess like what aspect do you miss a lot? Like in socializing with people, I guess.
I think it's probably the same, like eating, going to school actually. like going to class together, space, going to library together,
That's a big
commuting
fact.
together,
It's a
taking the
little
train,
thing.
holding the pole without feeling scared that there's gonna be something on the
Oh,
pole.
Mom, have you guys did the?
Now you gotta like levitate.
You not try to put your whole hand on it like it was gonna make a difference.
You just put one finger.
One
It's gonna make a
finger.
difference.
No, imagine
Only
going
go
on the
back
6
out.
train like this. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Even like using public bathrooms, I'm scared of that now. So I feel like when everything is normal, I feel like I'm just gonna carry Clorox around.
You're still gonna be paranoid.
I mean, when everything's over, no, but that's not gonna be for a while. So for as long as there's gonna be cases, I'm gonna be cautious.
when everything's over and it's like new variant found in the UK, like this is only 2021. You over there having a new variant of Kenny? Stop! Stop it!
We're never getting out of this.
You see pain floating
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
for Naruto.
Why?
There was a new variant from UK. But did you guys hear about the new variant from Africa?
Stop!
I thought there was one in Japan. Wait, am I mistaken?
No!
Japan!
Japan might have been the one from UK, but the one in Africa is completely different.
Oh man.
Where are they coming from? Stop putting them on planes!
I feel bad for our headphone users. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll
Warning.
always be yelling.
It's okay.
Warning. Well, this is after now. What are we giving them a warning afterwards, though?
We're telling Whitney
late.
to put it before.
Just
A
like
pandemic.
2020. Why can't
A
we
warning?
just get a warning before?
I wish the Simpsons, like they predicted like a lot of outcomes. I want to see another Simpsons prediction for 2021. See, I caught myself. I didn't say 2020 there.
All the times a rare pandemic could have hit. Why couldn't this have like hit when I was like in my mid-30s, settled down, having a family? Or like, why couldn't this hit when I was like, I don't know, like a freshman in high school? Why did it have to hit now?
during your most I'm about to graduate in a pandemic.
But if you think about it, right? Like, don't your parents always got that story? Like, oh, back in them days, I used to climb the
That's
hill.
true.
So now, like, everyone has to go through a crazy historical event, like whether it's a war, like
Pandemic.
some city got conquered by someone else. This is our story.
You listen here.
like-
I went to
Kenny's like-
school. I went to work during a pandemic.
At
He's
home.
like, back in my day, I had to wear a face mask when I go to school. Couldn't even breathe in it. He's out telling his grandkids and stuff. I'm weak.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
True.
crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy story.
I was just gonna say, like, there's also like everyone else being like experiencing it too. So it's like,
Mhm.
damn, why it got hit at all?
Yeah.
But it's another of shenanigan in America though, because I feel like in like probably like say China, oh it's so strict during that time. I remember the COVID. It lasted like 6 months.
Oh.
Here in the U.S., nobody's doing anything to help. Everybody's dying. The nurses is being overwhelmed. Like we can never get out of this, to be honest.
I mean, it's also because like China they already use face masks, so they know like the importance of it. Meanwhile, like in the US, it's like new and optional for us, I guess, like for themselves if they think it is, which is like a big problem that I see in it. Because like in China, they already established that wearing a face mask is like necessary and the importance of it. But like over here, some people are not educated enough, I guess, to know the pros and cons of not wearing a mask or wearing a mask. And it's kind of disappointing to see, especially since we're like, I don't know.
months.
It's just
some months into this. And
Yeah,
They
yeah.
also lock people in their houses, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
They even drag them out of their houses. too. Yeah, that's different. When the government controls everything. But, yeah, see the pros and cons of when the government controls everything. But democracy, am I right?
Definitely-
Pandemic.
But I do think there's like a cultural aspect to it because, like Asian cultures are a lot more
Accepting a face mask.
It's like you wouldn't want to stand out, right? Like in Asian cultures, it's like for the better good of everyone. You don't want to stand out. That's why we had the whole like seniority thing. It's like, oh, listening to authority and respecting your elders and stuff like that. I feel like that's just not as ingrained in our culture here, because we value our freedom. So
We sound like young millennials, just like, yeah, individualism.
But
Although
are we
we're not
Gen
even
Z?
millennial.
We're Gen
Yeah,
Z,
I was gonna
right?
say we're like not even millennial. Just a lot of, I feel like giving a lot of freedom to the people now, I feel like is causing more of a problem more than ever, because in a way, like if like there is government controlling everything, in a way there is unity because we're forced to be united. Yeah, and that's how China did it. Drag, like Kenny said, lock them in their houses, drag them out their houses, whatever they got to do. But now they're partying, and now we're like democracy, and then we're people's dying. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Lillian is like, yeah, that ain't it.
But moving into 2021, do you guys? Well, we talked about resolutions earlier, but like, do you guys have any general expectations? I'm especially curious to hear about Lillian. Like, do you have any creative endeavors that you're planning to take on? Because she does a lot of really
Anything?
good work for UCLA. So
I was gonna say anything for
yeah.
graphics committee
sneak
member you're
peek.
looking forward to.
I'm already I'm working on the profile pictures, and I'm excited for those to come out soon for our Lunar New Year festival. So hopefully everyone will pop out to our event and have a great time. Also, I don't know, I've had a little less time recently because I've been doing other stuff. Well, we had merch made and it's in the process, so hopefully everyone will look fly with their
Yes, the
PX.
merch are coming in.
Merch.
Yay!
Well, this is from last semester, I think.
Fire. It's gonna be fire.
But yeah,
Kenny's forehead.
I've been trying to work on more graphics earlier, so everything will come out on time. I think for 2021, that's something I've been working on too, like being ahead of a lot of stuff before due dates. And it's been working pretty well with my schedule right now. So yeah, how about everyone else?
Curious about your new schedule, Kenny.
Oh, it's gonna be Tuesday, Thursdays again.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
No, Tuesdays, Thursdays, school only, and then the rest days work.
What about now for the winter though? For January.
Oh, for January, this week it's 40 hours. Next week I think it's also 40, but then I'm going back to normal 2020.
You had a big break in December, so
I did.
back to work.
Had a whole
Your
month
boss
off,
cracking that word. Back to work.
but
But
like a
you're
month.
extremely bored, so it's good to have
Yeah.
you working. For me, I'm unemployed. I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Me too,
But
me too.
I'm trying to like I know we just had our check-ins also. I don't know if people not on the podcast will know what I'm talking about, but we just had our check-ins with our e-boards, and I feel like definitely for my like goals for membership, definitely recruiting, looking forward to like the new membership committees. I feel like we should switch it up a little next semester. I mean, overall, I'm very like optimistic about 2020, and I can't wait for
2021.
I can't 2021. Thank you, Lillian, for catching me again. But yeah, for 2021, just very optimistic. Just try to time manage better. Silly.
Well, for marketing, I think this coming semester we're gonna try to think of some projects that are a little more creative, because we are like in a pandemic and because a lot of our work is online and our members pretty much only get to know us online. So
Right.
Winnie and I are really trying to make sure that we leave like a lasting impression, and also just like improving the way we delegate like tasks and responsibilities within our committees, which I'm also looking forward to join the marketing committee. And yeah, time management, I think the same as everyone else. I'm curious to hear more about like Lillian's creative
She's putting me on the
process.
spot.
You're our guest. You're our guest. You're here to be interrogated.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah.
What did you say?
When you get an assignment or a task, like what is your creative process like? How do you get the creative juices flowing? Where do you get your inspiration? Do you like draft things? Do you get other people's opinions? Like how does that general procedure look like?
So for like flyers and stuff, usually like flyers and covers, usually we ask like the hosting VPs to tell us like a theme, and from there we work on like that theme. We look at well, for me, I look at ideas such as like, I'll just talk about the profile pictures. So basically when I go through the process of making profile pictures, I would kind of search Lunar New Year themes on Google and also Pinterest and collect ideas from there.
That's
And
plagiarizing.
no, I'm not copying. I'm not copying. I just
She's like gather
gather
ideas. It's
Yeah.
research. It's research design.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of designs are, I think in the back of your mind, everyone's work is kind of like not copied, but inspired by other people. So I feel like it's okay to be inspired by other people.
Inspired.
Yes.
Yes.
I make like a mood board of how I want, like what elements I kind of want and how like the color theme and also like what kind of characters or like small like embellishments I want on the profile picture. So I work my way from there and go on. Well, right now I'm using Adobe Illustrate to create vector art, so it turns out better hopefully, because I've been using like pixel art. I don't know if you guys know the difference, but it's okay.
Just nodding, you know.
But basically it's
I know
like
some of these words.
Okay.
transferred online easily and more clear. But yeah, like from there I make a draft, like sketch out a draft, and then I'll work on like the final on top of the draft. And then from there I collect ideas and like thoughts from other people and like kind of change elements that I feel like needs improvement. And then from there, like I would submit it. I hope that's like understandable for
The
profile pictures.
mooncake one,
Oh.
not the mooncake one, the moonfest one, moon
Mhm.
festival one. That was our custom like drawn. Like you know how we had like a circle around and then a
Mhm.
mooncake on the bottom. Those are all like drawn, or was it taken from like a picture or something?
It's definitely drawn. Pam actually did the profile pictures for Moonfest, and she drew everything on
That looks
Procreate.
really nice.
Yeah. I like we try to go off the same theme, so we would go off the same colors or like using like glowy effect, which is something that we use a lot for Moonfest. But it was really fun working with her because she's like really good at graphics, and I like we throw around ideas and we create stuff through that.
I just want to say real quick that I'm a little bit nervous for the next one because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't get to go out and take a lot of pictures. So I ain't got another good picture to submit of myself. So it's gonna be a hard time finding picture for a profile picture. But what are you gonna say, Judy?
I was gonna ask Lillian, like, have you ever experienced dissatisfaction like with your creative work? Because
Oh,
like art is one of those things where it's very much subjective and to
Mhm.
each their own. So, like, do you ever have trouble coming up with something that's to your satisfaction?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've been drawing ever since like a little before middle school. Like I've been to like art classes and like stuff like that. And it's definitely something that has popped up in my mind, especially being surrounded by such like creative people and talented people. Sometimes I feel like my work isn't good enough, but I think it's just not the way to think. I know like sometimes I go back on that thought, but something I've been like telling myself is that like not everyone has the same style and like learning
Right.
curve. Like everyone has their own time, and also everyone has their own style. Like it's exactly what you said. Like you can't satisfy everyone, and that's still something I'm learning. But I think it's just your mindset in things. Like if you get stuck on that, you'll never improve because you'll never expect yourself to be better than what you set yourself out to be. So definitely it's something that I'm sure a lot of artists get stuck on, but it's just moving on from that. And it can be hard sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know. I feel like it's hard to move on from that sometimes, but I mean, you have friends there who will support you, and also like people who give advice, and you just have to acknowledge their opinion matters, and that's like their style. So
Mhm.
yeah, like just to wrap it up, yes, we do feel that way, but you got this, and just believe in yourself.
Yes, I was
Yes.
super good. Just Lillian with a goal tonight. Just
Stop.
dropping
For real.
I
yes.
try.
Any
Judy with
closing
the-
thoughts?
You gotta wrap it up
We're
like
reaching.
Winnie.
It's just me like ranting
Yeah.
this whole time.
Nah, that's what
No, I'm
you
asking
did
you
good.
guys.
Ah.
Nah, they can
Fighting.
get to know.
I think
Fighting.
Oh, guys, I'm
turning
blushing.
in his dramas recently.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Close it
she
out.
wrapping it up like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we should
It's okay. We
Accordingly,
really
the
want to end
tape.
this. We wanna end.
Corvette.
Alright.
Thank you, Lillian, so much for the words of wisdom that you dropped on us today. We covered a lot of topics, but as usual, we'll have more to discuss in our next episode. That's all the time we have for today. And yeah, good night.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Shh.
Pew.